the professor of the university wanted to meet with her family. And we arrived in New York to meet with this professor, and he told us that our daughter knows English better than native people. And he explained to her, don't tell anyone that you are from Russia. And it was interesting situation, and that's why I think it is okay, and I hope it's really very important to penetrate and to have opportunities to be the member of the club and to understand everyone and to know that we go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful introduction. I think we all are very happy to have you in our club, and we are very sure that you're going to learn a lot from what we are going to be doing once a week. I mean, every Monday. What we do here is we share ideas, we speak about different topics, we express our opinion. While doing so, we respect each other's opinion. So, sir, you're welcome once again. It's good to have you here. I'm very happy to work with all of you. It gives me the joy to have different people's opinion, and I see growth in my students. I am very happy with that. So, all that being said, do anyone have something to say before we continue? No? Okay, so let's continue. Today we are having a very, very wonderful topic. So before we go on to see the topic we are going to discuss today, I want us to remind ourselves of the rules that we have in our English language club. Now, rule number 1 says, please, let's be polite and respectful. We are all grown-ups, educated, experienced in life. I think that is not a question. We are always polite and respectful in our meeting. And the second is, it is all compulsory to keep our phone in silent, because the reason why we are here, we want to learn, we want to improve, we want to better ourselves in speaking, in listening, in writing, and in reading. So let phone be kept silent so we will not be distracted when somebody is making a point. And the third is we shouldn't laugh at any mistakes made by anyone. Anyone who makes mistake, I think we shouldn't laugh at the person, but correct them during the process, because we are all learning. And finally, I would say this is the main reason why we are here: participation. We should all do our best to participate, to learn, to share our information, to contribute to any topic we are going to learn today or in the future. So, all that being said, let's now dive into the topic of today. Alisa ran away. Alisa, I was hoping today will give me a very wonderful topic. Do you remember the topic I showed you in our lesson? That was the topic I'm going to do today. So let's see what we are going to do. Now, the topic of today is beautiful children, right? Bringing up children. Okay, bringing up children is the topic we are going to do today. So the questions are, okay, so bringing up children, I was able to gather some few questions that we are going to be looking at. Now, the situation here is you can answer any question of your choice. Any question you feel you can be able to give your opinion, you should be free to be able to do that. Okay. This is a conversational class, a practical class, a practice class, English practice class. So every opinion is important and everybody should do their best to give out their opinion. So all that being said, let's now hear your opinion. Who is going first?
Okay, can I go first?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really like first question. What was your greatest challenges when you had your first child? My personal greatest challenge was lack of sleep. First of all, you know,
Okay.
it was so hard in the beginning because you used to sleep like well all night, like 8 hours of sleep. But when I got my first child, we did not sleep well. During the nighttime, we had to wake up like 3 to 4 times per night. And it was very challenging. It was the first challenge. And then I think second challenge was, I actually had lots of challenges, not only 2 or 3. I think I had more than that. But another challenge was like, I worried a lot, you know, about my baby. How is he gonna live, you know, when he's gonna be grown up? I think it's just called baby blues or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's psychological. Probably all moms they had that worried feelings. They had that feelings. So I think that's it.
Wow, that's great. Wonderful. Thank you for the wonderful opinion. Yeah, I 100% agree with you for your word. That is correct. Everybody who has a first child always have that fear. Yeah. So who else can give us their opinion? You can also answer the same question that Alisa has just answered. And in case there are questions based on what we have here, maybe there is no understanding of the questions, I can be able to explain to you. I can be able to explain to you what questions we have here or what you don't understand. Or somebody among the group can also help in explaining to us your question. So if you have questions, you can ask. If you have an opinion, please be free to express yourself.
I can also take a first question.
Very good.
I think if you be alone, you don't think about many questions or things. Yes, for example, food, vaccination, and when the child appears, you ask yourself what is wrong and what is right. And I think I had greatest challenge with these questions.
Okay.
Wrong and what is right.
Okay. That is true. Because I think when you are single, without maybe children, life seems to be a little bit easier, and you don't worry about what to eat. You don't worry what to cook, and maybe medication. But when a child is in the midst, you consider most of those things: medications, yes; feeding, yes; how the child reacts to certain situations. It's true. Okay. So we still
I'll
have,
try to recollect from my memory.
okay.
It was a lot of years ago, but really very interesting idea. I didn't have any animals in my family, but approximately half a year, the cat came to our home and we took her. And nowadays it lives together with us.
Okay.
And I understand that the cat wants to be with people. And every night we take the cat and the special room. And it was, it is not very interesting for her. And the cat doesn't want to be alone. And when my son was approximately 3, 5, 6 approximately years, I took him and bring him to the grandmother, and I couldn't see him a week, and only on the weekend I came to him, and it was a big problem for him, and every time he was crying when we had to go to Moscow from the winter house. And that's why I think it is nowadays I start to understand it was a big problem for him and for us too, because every time when we came to the winter house, I took him, I had to wash him and to be together with him, to read him some fairy tales and something like that, and to cook for him something. And it was like a holiday for him, and we celebrate our meeting every time. But only today, when the cat came to us, I could understand that it was a big problem for him.
Okay, yeah. Yes, it happens. So you see, there is a strong connection between a child and his or her parents. There's always that strong connection. So
absolutely,
yeah. So it happens a lot. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
And I agree with you 100% that yes, it happens. It has happened to me several times, and I know how it feels. Okay. Yes. I can answer the last question that says, what do you think is the best way for a child to learn foreign language? Yes. If the child is not a native speaker of English language, okay, and we are making English as the foreign language the child is supposed to learn, I think, like they say, charity begins at home. Every child learns from their parents. So the first education a child will receive is from their parents. They learn to speak, they learn to walk, they learn to do several activities by imitating or copying from their parents. So I think a child will learn faster foreign languages or foreign language, for example, English language, if the parents speak English. Okay, so if the parents have a good information about English language, that will be the best place to start from. Although there are other methods the child can take to practice or learn foreign language like English language. it all depends on the age also. So if the child is not up to the age group of maybe kindergarten, okay, it will be difficult for the child to practice foreign language. But if the child is up to the age of 5 to 7 or maybe 5 to 9, the child can be given toys or things that will relate to the language that the parents wants the child to practice. In that way, the child will be familiar with things that are in that language. For example, English alphabets. You can buy a toy that shows all English alphabets and give it to the child to just have that familiarity with the alphabet. And with time, it will begin to understand what these things or these toys mean to him. Or are we all here? Hello? Hello, hello.
Maybe
Hello?
let's leave. Oh,
Okay, can you hear me?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
We thought we got disconnected with you again.
yeah. You see, that is the situation today. Okay, that is just my opinion about a child learning new languages. Okay. Yeah, we can continue.
Can I also add to this question
Yes.
just a little? My kids were born in the United States, and I don't even know which language is foreign language for them now. They speak Russian and they speak English. I think right now Russian is foreign language for them. But for me, it was very important when they were little that I only speaking Russian with them before they went to the kindergarten. And it's very important for the child, if you want your child to learn foreign language, just maybe let them watch for cartoons with the foreign language. I was trying to put only, Russian cartoons. I was reading them only Russian books. I really want them because I knew that since they're gonna go to school, they will start speaking English, and it's going to be even easier for them. For my son, he was the first one from our family who started to speak English, because at that time my English was even worse than right now. And when he went to school, he did not know any English. It was hard for him. But now he's like 18 and he speaks very well. So yeah, but I think it's very important if you can, help your child to learn foreign language. So cartoons, books help a lot.
Yeah, that is true. 100%. I agree.
Like for us, we're also children who started to learn foreign language. And if we can read books and watch movies, I think it's gonna help also.
Yes, that is very good. Yeah, you see, that's the reason why in English, they have 4 sections. We have reading, speaking, writing, and listening. So reading is not enough to speak English. Writing is not enough to speak English. So you need the 4 sections to make you a complete native speaker. So you can read, you can speak, you can write, and you can listen. That is why reading should be added to watching movies, and speaking should be done, because now the most challenges people are facing now is the speaking aspect. A lot of people have a good base, a good background of the English grammar. I'm talking about English. So English is also part of, maybe I can use it as a part of other foreign languages. So if you're learning French, Spanish, Italian, or even Russian language, you need all these sections to be able to become a native speaker of that particular language. So everything that is needed: reading books, watching movies, watching cartoons, listening to music, listening to poems, listening to audio conversations, dialogues, and also speaking. And speaking will really help you practice what you've learned. Yeah. Okay. So we have a lot of, I have 2 different topics today in this section. So I want us to really hurry up so we can be able to cover up some time. And
save your topics for next time. Sorry. So you have such great topics. Why you want us to prepare?
Okay.
So
Okay. So we still have questions. We have, do you think that parents should exert strict control over their children? How do you think discipline your child? How do you think discipline your child when he does something wrong? Okay. How do you discipline your child when he does something wrong? Okay, yeah. Valera, we're still waiting for you. You have not contributed.
Yeah, I can answer for how do you discipline your child when he does something wrong. I think the best discipline is when you explain and teach kids, they can understand what's wrong, what's right. And of course, usually you need to give yours example, because kids, they learn from parents. That's why it's, I think, most important. If parents do right things, and kids usually copy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my discipline working usually, because I can give example. My child, she doesn't like put seatbelt in cars, and time after time she saw me like I do this regularly, and now she can do this automatically, you know, because she can see like all my family do this and me too, and now we don't have any problems.
That's good. That's okay. So do anybody wants to contribute to this? Or should we move forward? And nobody's asking, answering the question, at what age did you have your first child? Okay. Everybody's running away from that question.
it's a very short answer. I think all of us can answer this question.
Okay. Okay. So let's have one answer, and then we'll move to the next section. Can somebody give us an answer to that question?
Yeah, I can give an answer. You mean at what age did you have your first child, right?
Yeah.
When I got my first child, I was at age 22. I was 22 years old.
Okay.
An experienced young mom.
Okay.
I was old mom. I was 27.
It's not old, mom.
For Ukraine, for Russia, I think it's old.
No, it's normal.
For Europe, I think also for America, it's normal, but in Ukraine, yes. For children at 27, it's very.
It's very normal. Even
Yes.
Yes, now it's normal because of the situation we are having around. Like most of my friends says, there are certain countries now that the youth are scared of having children at the early age because the economy we are facing at the moment is different from the economy that were before. There are certain rules that people have to follow. I mean, before they get their first child, they want to ensure they have everything in place. So they don't want the child to lack anything. And because they know when the child comes, it comes with a responsibility. So responsibility of taking care of the child to ensure the child doesn't lack in any area. I mean, in feeding, in medication, education, in attention and everything. So they had to work very well, place everything intact. So even if they lost their job, they still have something they can use to take care of the child. So that is it. And you see, there are some culture also who don't permit their children to give birth at the early age. And there are some culture who permit children to give birth at the early age. So it all depends on the situation and the circumstances. Okay, now we have this. Next question. What is parenting all about? What, according to your opinion, will make a child lose interest in learning new things? What habits or attitude is universal among parents? At what age do you think that a child sets up dangerous states of worry on the parents? Do you agree with the statement? Parents must maintain strict control over their children's pocket money. If you say yes, then why? If you say no, then why?
I'm sorry, where's that question? I don't see it here.
What question?
Fourth?
The fourth.
Yeah, at what age?
The last one I read now.
Yeah, I got it, sorry.
Okay. So who is going first?
Sometimes it doesn't depend on our wishes and our understanding what the age will be the best age when the child could be. And I absolutely agree with you that it is very important with our opportunities to give the child the best thing and food and opportunities to teach him and something like that. It depends on our job and the money we can make in order to do everything for our child, and medicine and something like that, and good condition, good room and good opportunities to summer days and something like that. But when we are young, and sometimes it doesn't depend on our wishes, and the child could go to this world when we are very young and when we can't supply the child everything. And only after child was born, we start thinking how to support him, how to make money, how to do everything. And very often we go to our fathers and mothers and ask them to help us.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you. I will come in with that. What you said is absolutely correct, because at times we don't plan certain situations. They happen without us planning or getting to know what will happen. There are some, I will take the Muslim religion. The Muslims, they encourage early marriage and maybe early childbirth. But this is because their situation or their religion helps every one of them to live as a family. What I mean is the parents of the man lives with the man and the woman. So even if they give birth to children, they have support fully from their parents. That is for the Muslim tradition. But there are certain countries who don't accept that information, that aspect. I would take, for example, Africa. In Africa, if you are married, if you as a man are married or a woman is married, they believe that you are responsible and capable of your decisions. And so if you have a child, you should have a plan already in place to take care of that child. So the parents gives you, they want you to be responsible for any action you take. So if a couple are officially married, they want children, that means they have the resources to take care of that child. If something happens, the parents might support. But first, the parents will understand that their grandchild has been taken care of to an extent before they will give you the support. The reason they did that is because they don't want children to just give birth and leave the children without taking care of them. So you pay responsibility for every child you give birth to. So that is for the African. In other societies, they still have different methods. I think America, you can see they have a lot of single mom. Yeah, there are some men who are scared of that responsibility also. That's why the fact that they didn't plan to get a child. They don't want to take responsibility. It leads to a lot of things. So it also depends on the situation or on the people who are involved in that situation. Okay, so I leave the floor for the rest of you. I think we should hear your points. I think these questions are not difficult. They are very easy to express and talk about, right?
I can take question number 1.
Okay.
Valeria said that very important to show children example, and I think also